decline of the Mughals. That means the causes or platform behind decline or end of Mughal Empire. Mughal Empire. How you can structure? Suppose, kindly make this diagram. We'll look into the political. We'll look into the administrative. We'll look into the economic. We'll look into the socio-cultural, and we'll look into the military causes. Kindly make this diagram. I'll start giving dictations. Angad, you're saying you do not understand some words. I do understand. My young students who joined for the first time, they face certain difficulty regarding the accent, regarding certain words I use. It is absolutely normal. Please do ask me where you face the problem, any spelling that you need assistance with. I'll help you out. See how the reality actually pans out. In the UPSC examination, I remember those days, there was a question asked in essay paper, a subtle difference between endanger and engender. A number of students could not understand what is the meaning of the same. There are multiple such words in UPSC mains that are incomprehensible. I can make today's journey easy. You will find your actual experience there extremely difficult. If you embark on a journey, go through the difficult journey today, it will be easy for you tomorrow. For today, let me help you out. You ask me, you are very advanced. Don't worry. You ask me, where seems to be the problem? Communication error, too much of English. Should I slow down? You give me certain inputs. I will slow things down. You have written, let us begin. We will start with the political causes. In simple language, we will start writing. See, what we are going to do is that first you will write political causes and I'll dictate certain things, then you will write administrative causes and so on. I will keep on dictating. Put the heading, the political causes. Write down. The Mughals showed their strength. The Mughals showed their strength and resilience. Showed their strength and resilience for nearly 2 centuries. For nearly 2 centuries. Full stop. Death of Aurangzeb created a serious impediment, created a serious challenge to the Mughal Empire. To the Mughal Empire. Full stop. The weakness was visible. The weakness was visible in administration, polity, society, as well as economy, Full stop. More importantly, weak monarch invited troubles from inside as well as outside of the country. From inside as well as outside of the country. Kindly put the heading administrative or administrative causes. By the way, let me explain first, then I'll dictate. There is something known as the Mughal Royal Court. The Mughal Royal Court. See, the Royal Court consisted of multiple ethnic elements. Who were they? For example, the Turani groups. Turani group. Please remember, while the Mughals were alive, they were not termed as Mughals. It is the British who termed them Mughals because of their Mongol origin. From their family lineage, they traced origin from the Mongols as well as the Turks. Turani, its anglicized form is Turks. Turani groups were one of the most powerful group within the Mughal nobility. But it is also important to remember that Mughals never offered partiality to the Turani groups. Certain other elements within it, the Irani groups, that is from Persia. There is the Afghani group. Also the Sheikhzadas. Sheikhzadas were Indian Muslims, converted or otherwise. They also assumed a lot of social status. From the period of Akbar, you will see the entry of the Rajputs. Another element known as the single most factor to offer stability and security to the Mughals is said to be the Rajputs. Under the Rajput policy of Akbar, they also became a part of Mughal court, and subsequently during Jahangir, most importantly Shah Jahan and onwards, Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb, you will see the element of Deccani group or Dakhini group. And another element is of the Marathas. That means this element, this ethnic diversity, is suppose during Aurangzeb and beyond. That means by the time of Aurangzeb, if you go to a Mughal court, you will find all these ethnic elements. If you go to the court of Humayun, you will find only this, this and this, or this. Afghani as well. If you go to the court of Akbar, you will find this till the Rajputs. If you go to Aurangzeb, you will find all the ethnic elements. We are debating in the 18th century, thereby you will be finding all the ethnic elements. Now, there was always the struggle for power and also the struggle for access to resources. Thereby, there will be tussle within these groups. They will act individually as well as for the interest of the monarch. You can understand, if the monarch is strong, king is strong, the emperor, the Shahanshah is strong, they will act in tandem, in cooperation. There will be lesser conflict. But if the central authority is weak, they will struggle for power. They will try to break free and take power on their own. So that is the challenge in administration.